need to plot these three signals like this. Okay, so this is what the concept we have written. Now we will see how to plot these signals. So what is the functionality of x? X is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is h? H is what? 1, 2, 1, 2. So these are all the two signals. Okay, so this will be like this, right? This is starting from the origin. So this is the origin value. Okay, so first value is 1, second value is 2. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, second value is 3, third value is 4, then fourth value is 5. So this is what your x and this is what your t. Now ch, how will you plot this x? So origin value is 1, right? This is the origin value. Origin value is 1 and 1 value is 2 and this is the -1 index, right? So -1 index is 2 and -2 index is 1. So this is h and this is t. Okay, don't confuse, either we can have it as t or n. Okay, okay, now I need to plot this. Okay, how can I plot this? If I need to plot this signal, I can use stem function because we are going to plot it as a discrete. Yes, so stem of t-axis variable comma x, because in this x only all these values are contained, right? So what is the t-axis variable? Now how we need to assign this t-axis variable? So this t-axis variable should be of any length. Here I have assigned it as random, right? So but these index may vary. So in order to give in a confined form, that is in order to give in a generic form, I am going to have an expression like this. That is, now see here, I need to plot this, but I need to carefully give this index. Okay, so I have here during runtime, what I will give this t1. Okay, so for here what I'm going to give is, I'm going to use another variable a, t1 plus n1 minus 1. What is t1? According to this, the t1 value is 0. So 0 plus, what is the length of n1? 5 minus 1. So what is the a variable? It is 4. Okay, so now this t starts from, what is this variable? T1 variable 0 to 4. Whether you got like this, 0 to 4. Suppose my index, I am having this like this. For example, you just consider this. Okay, so my x is same value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but my index is t1 is equal to -2. But my index is t1 is equal to -2. So what I need to get? -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. So at 0 I will get 3, at 1 I will get 4, at 2 I will get 5, at -1 I will get 2, at -2 I will get 1. So this is the thing I need to get it. Then now using the same concept, what is the concept here? I have used a is equal to t1 plus n1 minus 1 and t equal to t1 is to a, t equal to 0 to t equal to t1 to a. Now we can find like this. Okay, what is t1 in this case? In this case it is -2. What is the length? It is 5 minus 1. So what you will get here? 3, 5 minus 3, it is 2. Okay, that is a value is 2. So t1 now is a value is 2. What is t1? It is -2. Now see, the t got the index from -2 to +2. So like that you can vary the index. So in generalize, if you write these two steps, whatever the index you will give, accordingly these two steps will get changed. Okay, so that is what here we have done. Similarly here I need to do for h. So for h, what I need to do, the same concept, I am going to use another variable a1 or b, any variable you can use it. Instead of here t1, I am going to here use t2 plus what we have used there, n1, n2, so minus 1. So a1 equal to t2 plus n2 minus 1. In this case t2 is minus 2 plus n2 is 4 minus 1. So what is a1? It is 1. Okay, so when we use th, time for h, okay, equal to what we use there, t1 to a. Here similarly, here I am going to use t2 to a1. So what is t2? Minus 2 to a1 is 1. So whether we got the same, so minus 2 to 1. Similarly, we can have the index. So now the same concept here I am going to write down. Okay, so for t equal to a equal to t1 plus n1 minus 1, t equal to t1 is to a, then stem t comma x. Similarly, I am going to perform for h, the same concept that we have. You can write it. Okay, so what we have written there, we have written a1 is equal to t2 plus n2 minus 1, right? Then we have used th as th is equal to t2 is to a1, then stem th comma h. Okay, this is not a suffix th. Okay, th comma h. So far we have plotted these two signals. Okay, now similarly I need to plot the output. So what is the length of the output? So here how will you find the length of the output? Here we can find using n3 is equal to n1 plus n2 minus 1. So this is the length. Okay, now here what I need to do is I need to use another function known as tn, which is nothing but t1 plus t2, and a2, you can have it as a2 is equal to th plus this t minus 1. Okay, so this is the length. What is t1 and t2? In this case we have used t1 is equal to 0 minus 2, it is minus 2, and th plus t minus 1. What is th in this case? Th, what we got here? Now we can see how to assign the index for this output y. So we have already know that this is t1 is the static index of the first sequence, t2 is the starting index of the second sequence. So when I use here, what I have used is 0 minus 2, it is minus 2. Therefore tn value is minus 2. Next I am going to use this a2. A2 is tn plus n3. N3 is the length of the output sequence. Here the tn is minus 2. The length of the output sequence what we have find is 8, then minus 1, which is equal to 5. Now t3 equal to tn is to a2, similar to the previous thing where we have written for x and h. So t3 is equal to, what is tn in this case? Minus 2 to h. So t3 index varies for minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many values you are getting? 8. So which is nothing but your length of the output. Like that you need to assign it. Okay. Now using subplot also you can plot it in a single graph. First input sequence, second the h of n, here x, here h, here output. So here how many rows you are having? Here having 3 rows, right? So you can use subplot 3 comma 1 column, right? 1 comma 1, then subplot 3 comma 1 comma 2, then subplot 3 comma 1 comma 3. This is for x and this is for h and this is for y before the plot. Now we can see how I have implemented this and I got the output. See, this is what the program I have written. I have got these, the same concept, what I have explained. I have written the same program. Okay, and I have performed convolution operation here. Here next and all I have indexed and I have used this function what I have explained to you. Okay, now I am going to run the program. Okay, so while running every program, it asks whether to add to the path. You need to give add to path to add the program, because here I have stored it in a different folder. Give add to path. So now what is asking, according to our program, what we have written, enter the sequence. So I need to enter the input values. What is the first input value? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, right? So this is the input I am entering it. Okay, now it asking for the starting index. What is the starting index of the first sequence? It is 0 according to our program. Okay, now I am going to give the second index value or second sequence. So what is the second sequence? It is 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, now again it asks for the index. Here what is the index? We need to give T2 as -2. Right? So when I run this program, you are getting y of n is equal to 8 sequence. It is 1, 4, 8, 14, 20, 20, 13 and 10. Okay, now if I want to see this graph, here see I have got this graph, right? So first sequence, here I have plotted 0 as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Second sequence starts from -2, -1, 0, 1, right? Similarly, the convolved output is from -2 to 5, what we see in the previous steps. Okay, so you can also check your answers by performing the graphical representations or by tabulation method. Okay, I think you have understand how to write down the program for the linear convolution. Thank you.